So I'll formally introduce Anubhav Chakravarti. Wait, I have messed it up. Okay. Mr. Anubhav Chakravarti is currently pursuing his PG in Conservative Dentistry Endodontics, alumnus of Bishop School Pune and APS Pune. He has done his BDS from Army College of Dental Science, Secunderabad, and he has also won the Chief of Army Staff Rolling Trophy for the Best All-Rounder Student. And he has won 9 academic gold medals. Anubhav, that's amazing. And he is also a marathon runner and he's a published author. So Anubhav, welcome. And Anurag, do you recognize Anubhav? You guys were very small. You people were in 5th when he was in, I think, he was a prefect. No? Okay. Okay. So Anubhav, we would like you to tell us your journey and how you decided to do BDS and how was your journey so far? And what would you like to tell the kids?
Yes, ma'am. No, definitely, ma'am.
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine.
Yeah. Firstly, ma'am, before that, firstly, I would like to thank you for having me on this Zoom meeting, and I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude, ma'am, for all your blessings and good wishes.
It's always there, beta. It's always there. Anubhav, your voice has disappeared. Are you there, Anubhav? This is an issue with all cantonment areas. Yeah, that's the problem. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll just start off. Anubhav, we'll just get back to you. We have Athira. She's on duty in the ICU, but still she has managed to join us. She's Dr. Athira Shankar. I have taught her in class 8th, and I've like we have danced a lot together. And she has done her MBBS from Manipal Kasturba Medical College. And, she's just about to complete her internship. No? Okay. Okay, you have some
Senior
time
resident is not that.
to complete. Okay. Okay. And she's right now on duty in ICU, but she's a sweetheart. So she said, ma'am, I'll be there and I'll just say hi to everybody. Okay. Now, and she's an excellent dancer. She's a Bharatanatyam dancer and she is a great singer too. Okay, so one more thing which is very interesting about these children are that everybody has a creative bent of mind. Most of them. Everybody is into music, into dance, so when we come to Dr. Anurag also, we'll get to know more about him. So Athira, I'll just finish with you because I know you have to get back to your ward round or whatever. Okay, so ab jaldi se chalo, let us please give us some insight of how much you studied and how you got through the college so that the MBBS aspirants, they can kind of follow. Anubhav will just get back. Just give me 5 minutes. Yeah.
Hi, whoever I've interrupted, I'm really sorry. I really have to get back in like another 10-15 minutes. I have just swapped with someone just because ma'am said, and I never say no to ma'am. She's been there throughout, so yeah. What exactly do I have to say?
So I'll tell you what, basically this is just to help the students of classes probably from 9th to 12th to decide that now see 9th and 10th, they really don't know. They are pretty confused what they're going to do. And so basically this is for the children who have taken science with biology. So
Okay.
how you have, how was your journey, and so how you can motivate them or rather guide them?
Great.
Yeah.
Well, the fact that you mentioned they're confused is something I think it's good, because once you you have hardcore interest in something and you don't get it, that's like a heartbreak. So when you keep your like options open, and there are so many branching outs like right now, not just people earlier used to concentrate only on medicine and engineering. Trust me, I have friends who are engineers and are jobless, and I have people who have just done some basic course and are studying abroad right now. So there's nothing like a small career option or a grand career option, because everything works, and things that you thought at some point was huge are nothing today at this point. Like if I talk about my own brother, he just did a very unknown course in engineering, and he right now is an Air Force pilot, which I'm very proud of. So trust me, don't think that your options are limited. Anything and everything, if you're in commerce, if you're in arts, every single thing is going to work out for you if you put your heart into it. So don't limit your horizons. I would just like to say that. Bring specific interest in medicine, I think would be not a great option because it, I'm pretty sure no one who belongs to this field would actually want to motivate kids of younger age, of our age group basically, to get into this field, because it's a living hell. Trust me, it is. There are days when you have wanted to give up so bad. Every day you're being ridiculed. Every day they're testing your patience, and you have so many lives in front of you. You have so many deaths in front of you that it can really test you, your being, and whatever you think you are. So if you have like some great motivation and the will to never give up, this would definitely be a good field, medicine. And it of course brings the happiness of saving someone's life, or at least right now being a part of saving someone's life. There are many times when you do anything, you'll know that. But yeah, I think medicine would be a great option for people who have that in them. Apart from that, I personally would say don't give up hopes on things that you think are not important. Like if not this, I would have definitely gone and become some dancer in some dance school. That would have been my choice. It's just something that I wanted to really pursue, but that being a doctor doesn't limit. Sure, I'm definitely going to go along with that line also. So yeah, I have never actually been concerned about my career options per se, because frankly and luckily everything kind of worked out for me. So yeah, pretty happy. That's all. I can only say positive things because I don't want to give kids that hopelessness right now at this point. This is like the most excited stage of having to choose at so many options. I think they have that energy in them, so that's going to work out for them, no matter how much we interfere and how much we will not.
So Athira, thank you so much. You have to run now, rush back. I hope you're doing well, taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
She has to go now. Thank you so much, Beta. You want to tell us something more?
Well, I would wish good luck to every single person who wants whatever they want to do in life, and never think what you do is going to be small, as long as it keeps you happy. And it really should not matter to anyone else what you want to become or what you are doing. Trust me, if you're happy in whatever you do, you're going to prosper like amazing, in the most amazing way. So may God bless you all, and I wish you all very good luck.
Love you, Beta. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
I would like to add something here, ma'am.
Yeah, please, Anubhav.
Firstly, as Dr. Athira said, that this profession involves a lot of hard work, no doubt. And, time really flies, and we have been studying right from our class 11th. And now when you turn 25, 30, you don't even realize how time flies. You are still in books. Okay, but at the close of the day, it is one of the most rewarding careers. Let me tell you that if you genuinely like to help people, you should become a doctor. If you want to improve the quality of life of people, then you should become a doctor. And lastly, it will give you a lot of satisfaction. That job satisfaction level is very high. And at the same time, being a doctor, you can also pursue your hobbies. Like if you are, a very good dancer or a very good singer, there's no stopping.
I see Anurag here doesn't agree.
I can see GV Anurag saying no.
No,
Lies,
you
all
will.
lies.
I see Athira dancing in every Durga Puja.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is not true. Okay, you can have the best college life. Let me assure you that if you're in for this, but you should have a passion for intense passion for biology, and you should have that willpower to help somebody. So if you have just one point, ma'am, just the 3 Ds for all the children who are there. If you have a good discipline, self-discipline, and if you are determined in what you do, and if you are dedicated to your dream, then I think sky is the limit. You can achieve anything.
Anubhav, sorry, that time we couldn't continue with you. Anubhav, can you please tell us that, what motivated you and how you decided to do BDS?
Yeah.
And yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
Nehal will just come back to you after Anubhav. Yeah.
Sure, ma'am. Sure.
Ma'am, I'll leave, ma'am. I'll leave.
Yes, beta. Bye.
Yeah. Okay,
Thank you.
ma'am. So it's the same thing: physics, chemistry, and biology in class 12, and you have to come through the All India exam. And I had that interest in studies, and I always knew that academics was. I was good in academics. At the same time, I played sports also, but I had to use that to my advantage. So I worked very hard in my class 11th and class 12th, and I was also the captain of my school football team, along with the academics. So I could balance out both. So anyone who wants to clear any entrance exam, be it aviation, be it IIT, be it MBA, or any entrance exam, agriculture university, like ma'am just said, you need to have a willpower. Okay. If you decide one thing that this is what I want to become, you should write it on your pillow or write it on your study table that, I have to achieve my dream. Then you will clear anything. So if you want something very badly, you will get it. So after class 12th from All India exam, from an army school, I went to the Army College of Dental Sciences. And, being groomed in an army institute, I was motivated and inspired also to see my father, and most of my family members are in the armed forces, in Army and Air Force. Personally, I was always interested in cosmetics. So that is why I have chosen a specialty in cosmetic dentistry. And those people who are looking for a stress-free profession, in that, you're not really dealing with life and death, but at the same time, you are enhancing the look of a person. You are helping people smile wilder. So that is why dentistry is the profession for me. As for this, I'll be very happy to answer anybody's queries as per whatever you would like to know about the medical profession, or
Okay,
about the
Anubhav?
army as well.
Anubhav, so basically you have cleared your NEET twice then in that case. Am I
Yes,
right?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I've been competing in entrance exams right after class 10.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Anubhav, thank you so much. We'll come back to you now. We welcome Dr. G.V. Anurag formally, and he's also an alumnus of Army Public School Dholakwa, and also was in APS Pune, and he is Soham's best friend. Okay, and he has done his MBBS, completed his MBBS from Kasturba Medical College, Manipal, and he is extremely talented, be it basketball, be it swimming, be it singing, and in fact he got an opportunity through Spikmake to go and train himself under I'm forgetting the guru's name. Anurag, can you please Rashid Khan, Guru
Yes.
Rashid Khan, yes. So he was there, and he went to Kolkata to train himself under him, and he is a drummer, and so he's like a powerhouse of talents, and he's extremely good in whatever he does. And he was the cultural secretary also in his college, while he was there. He has completed his MBBS, he has completed his internship. So now his next journey would be starting very soon. So Anurag, I want your insight, how you decided to take biology and how you went about it, and how you studied and finally got into the college and all of it.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening to one and all. Thank you, ma'am, for the very warm introduction. And thank you for inviting me to the panel. My journey was a little different than most people who do medicine, because in 10th, I realized one thing, that I don't want math. I will bear anything, but I don't want math. Turns out biology is like, it comes to me easy. Like I had an aptitude for it. So I did my coaching, whatever standard, Akash, whatever, 11th, 12th, 2 years of coaching. And I wrote the NEET exam. Because,
Anurag, just a second. I forgot to say one thing. His father is a neuro surgeon, and mother is also doctor. She's serving in the Indian Army. She's in uniform. She's the commandant of MH Nasirabad right now.
Now Chennai.
Okay, now Chennai. Okay.
And as ma'am very clearly pointed out, both my parents are doctors. So, some terms, most of that field, basically biology, was internalized for me since I was a child. That's why probably I had a good aptitude for it. So I realized that in the 10th and in the 12th, and I realized, BSc, MBBS. I figured MBBS, why not? Because mom dad के मुंह से तो सुना ही है यार, आधा डेंटिस्ट, आधा डॉक्टरी तो उन्हीं के साथ सीखा है मैंने. फर्स्ट ईयर में आके पता चला कि अरे ये तो मम्मी बताती थी, अरे ये तो पापा बताते थे. So I had a little good luck on my side there. But all that aside, if you have a decision, if you want to, work in a hospital as a doctor, two things are very important. One thing, the hospital is your life. You will not have a life beyond that. Like, it's not like a sad thing, but it's a truth you have to accept. You can't neglect that. So make that your life. Be ready for that. Be ready for a lot of responsibility. And two, there is no dearth of hard work. You cannot cut corners and get out of medicine. No way. So make up your mind अच्छे से कि हाँ ठीक है, I am ready for this. मेरा रगड़ने वाला है, मैं रगड़ूंगा. Don't be half, like, you don't have a half-baked idea कि यार मेरे को और कुछ पसंद नहीं है तो मैं medicine कर लेता हूँ. That doesn't work out. Because I've seen a lot of my batchmates who didn't know what to do with their lives. They managed to get decent ranks in the exam, cleared it, came to medical college, and they just disappeared, like, as people. At the end of it, they were sad because they're now stuck in a profession they don't want to do. So be very sure of what you want. And medicine, like, see, ma'am said I just got done with 1 degree. I have another 2 or 3 to go before I can, be like, हाँ मेरा पढ़ाई हो गया. So it's a long journey. It's not something that you can do MBBS and get into the whole scene. It's not like that. It's a long journey. Be ready for that too. And college life, yeah, you're going to be tested at every moment, be it waking up in the morning, be it how well you've read your books, or be it how well you dress to the hospital, because it's kind of important you don't look shabby. Just like the army, you can't have your shirt tucked out, can't be coming in slippers. You need to be formal. Other than that, the subject itself is very beautiful, because see, the one thing that is constant throughout all the professions is it's a human body doing it. And the human body fails, the human mind fails, it's normal. To understand how that happens, it's something else, it's something completely else. So if you have that want for knowledge, that want of curiosity, how does my finger bend? How does my brain work? Medicine is for you. You will have a ball throughout the 5 years of medical college. And most importantly, how do I put it? It's a little iffy, A lot of people get into college, as Athira also pointed out. There are times when you just want to throw your books out, throw everything out of the window, go into, a forest and do sannyas for the rest of your life. There are very, very many points like that in your life. But, at the end of that point, you look back and you realize, okay, that wasn't so bad. It's over. Now I'm on to the next page. And life goes on like that, irrespective of profession. Even if you're doing arts, even if you're doing like commerce, you will reach a point during your profession or your college, I don't want to do this. This is too much hard work. But you will go past it. You will force yourself past it and you'll realize it wasn't so bad. And on to the next step. Any profession is like that. So don't think कि medicine में ज़्यादा मेहनत है, engineering में नहीं है, उसमें नहीं है, इसमें नहीं है, सब में उतना ही मेहनत है if you want to be good at what you do. And personally, I think that's all that matters. Like when I go to the hospital, the only thing I want to do is make sure that my patients are comfortable. Make sure that I do my job well. Make sure that, people are not neglected. People are not experiencing the way hospitals are experienced everywhere. Most people have negative experiences. I personally ensure that, if I have a patient under me, you will not. Because doctors are not supposed to be what they're portrayed to be. They're not money-making machines. They're not trying to, juice you out. They are academicians trying to do their job and do some research on the side. That's about it. And it's a demanding life, yes. And hobbies, yeah, I mean, see, as ma'am said, I have a lot of interest in hobbies. For me, in medicine, it all got cut short. Like, I couldn't practice music every day. I could play drums maybe like, 3 times, 4 times a year whenever there was a fest. So yeah, I was a little sad because, someone told me that तुम्हें time मिलेगा college में. So don't be under the false impression that time milega college mein. Time tabhi milega when you cut short on your studies, when you cut short on what you're supposed to do and do what you want to. And that again is not medicine, it's every college degree that you do. If you study properly every day, you'll have some time for yourself, for your free time, for your hobbies. Medicine, chalo theek hai, thoda zyada padhai hai, koi baat nahi. But yeah, you should like it. That's why the zyada padhai doesn't matter. And it's hands-on work. So be very sure that you're going to get your hands dirty. It's not like dur dur se sab dekh loge. And it's a heavy life mentally too. Like mental stresses kafi hai. You will see death on a almost everyday basis, and you will have to internalize it and normalize it, because you cannot let one patient affect the next just because you're sad. Or as my dad puts it in terms of golf, just because you messed up one stroke, don't let the next 6 go away. Clear your mind, start fresh. That is how you have to deal with most things in life. Just because something went bad doesn't mean you let it affect the future. It's done. Let it go. Like for example, कुछ लोगों का 10वीं में marks नहीं आते, कुछ लोगों के 12th में marks नहीं आते, and they get dejected. Yeah, shit, what will I amount to in life? Don't ever think like that, because life has so much more to offer than what you think right now. At 17, 18, you don't really comprehend what life has to offer. Even at 25, I don't know what life has to offer. Probably people at 40, 45 have a rough idea of it. So be ready. Just be open. Don't shut yourself in. Don't depress yourself. In medicine, that's the one biggest fault. Everyone depresses themselves because you just keep telling yourself, oh man, this is so hard. Oh man, this is so long. Oh man, I have to do so many degrees. I mean, that's the truth. It's a fact. Don't fight it. Internalize it, embrace it, and that's when you'll be happy with what you're doing. That's about my 2 cents on it. And entrances ke liye please pad lena. Don't neglect on that, because in India, if you want a seat, only the numbers matter. At least for medicine. Study hard, get those numbers. It's not undoable.
Okay, Anurag, that was really, really wonderful. Sarah, we are coming back to Sarah now. You people are all most of you from APS, but Sarah isn't. So, have you met Sarah? Anurag, have you met her before?
No.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
She's
Just know of her.
We just know of each other through Soham.
Yeah,
okay.
pretty much.
Okay.
That's our only introduction
So,
to each
yeah.
other.
So, Sarah Hussain, she has done her BSc Zoology from Delhi University.
I really wanted to do that, I ended up in
It was
medicine.
so much fun.
And did her MSc in neuroscience from Jamia Millia, and she's
Very nice.
currently working. You please explain your work profile.
Yeah, okay. So as ma'am said, I'm not from army background. The only relation to army that I have had was staying near APS Noida and being rejected by AFMC for being too short. Those are the only 2 things. And yeah, so there are so many medical people here. We got to hear from 3 people. I'm the one who rejected medicine. So pretty much as with Anurag, I have been in love with biology all my life. I knew I wanted to do something in this field. But I always wanted to be in research. I actually got into Berlin School of Mind and Brain for my PhD, but COVID, so we don't know what's happening next. So pretty much 12th, anyone who's going to take biology, math मत छोड़ना अगर academia में जाना है, अगर masters करनी है, you cannot make do without it. So even if you're not taking math as a subject in 12th, don't lose touch with how much you study till 10th at least, because for academia you have to first go through your bachelor's, master's, PhD if you want to. Even if you don't, it's all right. But for your master's entrances, you will need mathematics. You cannot do without it. So just be very aware of it. So for me was NEET was introduced during my session, right? So it was 2013. And as Anurag said, NEET के लिए पढ़ना पड़ता है, सीट निकालनी है, बस पढ़ो. And especially now it's better because we only have NEET. Back then we used to have a different, we had JIPR, we had AIMS entrances and all of that. Now you just have NEET. And all you need is NCERT. Seriously, for the love of God, just study each and every line that's there. अगर कोई diagram के नीचे एक line लिखी है, पढ़ो उसको. They will pick up answer. They'll say NCERT से ही है, and pretty much it'll be in NCERT. So that's pretty much it. But I would like to talk about the medical aspect of my life. So I did clear my MBBS. I was in AIMS for 1 week, but it's not going to be for you if you are not very emotionally strong a person, because the kind of environment that's present there, the kind of mental stress that you're under every day, and
Way too
it's studying. You pick up a book at 6 a.m. in the morning, you're still stuck with the same book 12 in the night. That's pretty much your life, right? So do not go for medicine if you're not ready to accept that, okay, for like maybe 10-12 years of your life you'll just be writing entrances, you'll be studying so much. So that was not for me. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go purely into research, because that's where my my passion has always lied. So I did my bachelor's in zoology from DU. I did it from Dayal Singh because after I lied to my parents and just left AIMS and got myself an admission in DU. So if you want an admission in DU, as sad as the reality is, you need the marks. You need marks, and not best of 5, not best of 4, PCB. Whatever the cutoff you get, whether it's 83% for a college, whether it's 90% for a college, it's PCB score. They will just take those 3, average it out, take your marks, and that's the cutoff. So if you see the cutoff of a college is 90%, it's not the best of 5, it's not overall, it's just PCB. So just study. And second thing, it really doesn't matter if you don't get into your dream college. No, even we had all of these dreams of DU being so amazing and this and that. I was really sad that I didn't get into North Campus. It made zero difference. Zero. The only advantage I'd say, being in a government college like DU or Jamia or whatever, the fees is really less. So it's a little less financially, it's less financially straining free. That's pretty much it, but it really doesn't matter where you get your degree from. So, and even if you have to go into research, you follow your bachelor's with master's. I would say that you should actually go for your master's right after your bachelor's, because when you're sitting into a lot of interviews for your master's, like I gave IT Jam, which is for your master's courses in IITs and IISc and all of that. So what they do is they do ask you about that gap year. So even if you are taking a gap year, do something, have something, like, get a job, get an internship, do something, because they're going to ask you about it, that, okay, why did you take a gap year? What were you doing in it? So it does matter. Second, math mat chhodna. Padhte raho. I know math sucks. I know that pain. But please, math mat chhodna. At least 10th tak ki. And masters is pretty daunting. Academia is full of rejection. It's a lot of failed attempts. It gets to you. It's really taxing, because masters is a 2 years course in India. So in like second year of your masters, you're supposed to do a dissertation or a thesis on a topic. And I remember there was one of my friends who was doing these experiments, and 8 months into the experiment failed. He realized he could not get the desired result. He had 4 months to come up with a new thesis, a new dissertation, or he was going to get a year back. So it's really taxing. So until unless you know this is what you want to do, you love this subject, don't go into academia. It really is emotionally and mentally daunting. And after that, if you want to pursue a PhD in India, as Dr. Bora said, you have to clear NET examination, NET, which is organized by UGC and CSIR. And there's something called JRF, called Junior Research Fellowship. So there are certain cutoffs for it. So after you clear that NET examination on a certain percentage, you get a JRF, which is your Junior Research Fellowship, which allows your admission into top colleges. Like IIT Bombay has a great biology lab. Then ISC is great. There is, if you are into neuro, there are only 2 places offering neuro. One is University of Hyderabad, जहाँ masters में general के लिए सिर्फ 2 seat है, तो याद रखना. And there is this NBRC Manesar, which is an absolutely great institute. I'm a research assistant as of now there. So it's a really great institute, but to get there, you have to study, brave so many interviews. And while you're giving the interviews, they really test you in every aspect. So that's pretty much it. I'm getting my PhD from Berlin School of Mind and Brain, which because of COVID is not happening. So if you want to apply for a PhD outside, you need to have some financial backings. That's why I'm working right now with an edtech startup. It's called Joy Inc. It's a Chinese startup. And actually, the edtech venture is a new aspect, but I've also worked with Khan Academy India and GradeUp. So I wanted to stay in touch with my subject. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to get a job anywhere outside of this. So so about these edtech jobs, that's great because even after bachelor's, you can get them. These companies are actively hiring. Edtech is a booming industry. Touchwood, because of the COVID situation, the job that I'm doing has not been affected at all because everything is online now. All kind of education is online now, and we're just working 12 hours a day, so that's a different thing. But yeah, and if you're pursuing a PhD from outside, be sure to research the universities and the courses that are offering. PhD pays you, but not a lot. It's hardly very, very basic salary. And if you're going for outside, you have to prepare your research proposals. Again, give a lot of entrances. So be ready for that. That's pretty much it, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Now I finally welcome Soham Roy. Upasana, are you there to welcome Soham?